Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite sis. It's your favorite sis Terry here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are tackling fat phobia and responding to something that this is a video that I've always wanted to do, and I just really wanted to think through the content that I was going to deliver to you guys. So last year I watched two videos where two of the people whom I like on YouTube did videos on this particular subject. They both did a video on the body positivity movement being hijacked by obese people to promote unhealthiness, or just to promote obesity basically. And so I'll link the two videos down. Both of the ladies, their names are, the first lady, it was a South African YouTuber, Jaska Klego, is somebody that I really like and whose content I really follow and like. And the next one, her channel name is Nappy Headed Jojoba, but her name is T. And so both of these ladies did videos on the body positivity movement being hijacked to promote obesity. And it is in those moments, or well, not really in those moments, but it's in moments like those where you really sit and you're like, you know what, you can't disagree with people that you like, and it's okay. And as I've said, I am a non-believer in the culture of canceling people just because they hold a different opinion from you, right? And it is okay to listen to people because they made some strong points, but I still disagree with their stance, right? So yeah, I'll link the two videos below. I copied the links of the videos, so I'll link them below in the description box, so you can go just look at the videos yourself to see what I am talking about and what your opinion is. So I disagree with both ladies because when it comes to people we consider to be obese, fat, overweight, we really have an opinion, right? We really have an opinion about those particular bodies and those particular sizes, right? To say, oh, that is unhealthy, that is unreal. I've never, those are two separate people in two different countries even, that have made videos about the same thing, but I've never seen a video made about, Kim Kardashian is promoting unrealistic body goals, for example, or the perfect Instagram body is promoting unhealthy Instagram goals. I mean body goals rather. I've never seen a video say that. So I've never seen a video say or seen somebody comment to say, yeah, no, these are people who are considered average body or sexy or whatever the case is, and they are not promoting the healthiest view or the healthiest way of living, right? But when it comes to a fat body, that's the first thing we say. And here's why those views are flawed for me. If we're going to say body positivity for me incorporates from the skinniest and most anorexic person right up to the most obese person, right, in the room. With that said, we are not saying that the anorexic person is right and the obese person is right. No. What I think then, what needs to happen for both people and everybody else in between is an analysis of their own life and their own health, and work to making that to making themselves healthy, whatever healthy is for them, and in consultation with their doctors, right? So what happens is that when a fat body, or when we're discussing fat bodies, and I don't have a problem with the term or word fat. I'm not even going to use obese. Obese is a medical term, and amongst even doctors, that term is very debatable to say who is obese, what is obese. You know what I'm saying? Body fat, yeah, tell me about body fat. Don't even tell me about BMI, because that in itself is, as well, is another point of discussion, is another point of an argument, to say, well, according to whose body, what is an average body, and etc., etc. So, but as I was saying, when it comes to fat bodies, we have an opinion. Everybody becomes a doctor. Everybody knows what's best for a fat body. You need to exercise, you need to run, you need to eat healthy, you need to stop eating that junk food. You need to. Almost everybody has an opinion on what a fat body needs to do, right? And this is my argument to say, yeah, well, if we're going to say that fat people have hijacked the body positivity movement to promote obesity, what are we saying? What are we saying? What's the underlying tone there? We're being fatphobic, right? To say that fat bodies shouldn't be expressing themselves as much as every other body in the spectrum is allowed to take up space and express themselves. So we're saying fat bodies should shut up until they lose weight. Is this what we're saying? This is what I'd like. If I was sitting face to face with the two ladies, I would interrogate them to say, or rather ask them to say, are you saying that fat bodies should disappear, should be in the corner until they are okay, until they can be seen, until they are of an acceptable weight size? Is that what we're saying? Really? So that, for me, that's why that argument becomes flawed, because you cannot dictate what anybody in the movement or in this body spectrum can or cannot do. And when you say that it has been hijacked, I'm sitting around and I'm waiting for receipts, right?
No way. I want to see the receipts.
I'm sitting here and I'm like looking at people on public platforms that are not average body, who are considered to be fat, and I'm like, I want to see how this person or these people have promoted being obese, who are saying it's fine, who are posting junk food and saying, yeah, it's fine, let's eat junk food, let's be fat. I want to see this. I've never seen that type of content. I see a thick Leonce, right, who is promoting body positivity from a plus size point of view. I've never seen her post any McDonald's thing to say, yeah, let's eat so that we can all be this size, right? I see another makeup beauty blogger, YouTuber, Cynthia Kwebu. I follow her, I see her, she's very present, she's very there as a personality. I've never seen her say, yes, let's eat junk. Yes, it's fine to not be healthy. In fact, Cynthia, more than Thick Leonce, has posted her eating or eating out and all of those other things. And her eating, for me, is healthier, looks healthier than a lot of people's who consider themselves to be skinny or not overweight, right? It looks pretty okay. It looks pretty healthy, just like any other person that's trying to eat healthy, first and foremost. And I've even seen vlogs where she said she's gone to the gym, stopped going to the gym, is, you know what I'm saying, has a healthy kind of active lifestyle going on, so I'd like, when we say things like, oh yeah, fat people are promoting obesity, I'd like to see receipts. And if you mean that by a person like me posting a picture of themselves dressed very well, might I add, is a form of promoting obesity, then okay, then so be it. Because for a very long time, bodies like mine, bodies that are over a certain size, have not been made visible by mainstream media. And thanks to platforms like social media, where we can control what we put out there and what we see, and what we put out there is us as we are right now, then that's that. That is that on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it ends. As to whether people are promoting obesity or not, then that's another thing. That's another discussion we need to have, because I am not going to stop. I'm not going to, what am I wanting to say? What I'm saying is, I'm not going to stop celebrating myself at this size before I'm even any other size, whether I'm going to get bigger or smaller, but I'm not going to celebrate myself in this body, in this moment, right now, just because I need to lose weight, I need to be thinner, I need to be skinnier than I am right now. I'm not going to stop celebrating myself, firstly. Secondly, when it comes to the health aspect of a fat body, my response is, you know what? All of us need to know our health status when it comes to your high blood pressure, cholesterol, sugar levels, and all of those other things, those other health concerns. We all need to know it's not exclusive to fat bodies that get these types of things, right? Everybody needs to know when was the last time you, as a what you would consider an average bodied person, when was the last time you went and checked your high blood pressure? When was the last time you went and checked your cholesterol, Auntie? Before you come and tell me that I need to go check my high blood pressure and my cholesterol. And I will tell you that actually I have very regular visits to the doctor because I'm trying to do something about myself, about my weight, but well, not about myself, but about my weight. You know what I'm saying? So I do have a very healthy relationship with my doctor and my health status. I know what's going on. Do you know what's going on with you? Fair ask, you know. So that, for me, yeah, that argument is very flawed, very flawed, in a sense. Then why are we dictating? If we're going to say body positivity, it should be bodies of all sizes and shapes. Even the skinny people, give them a platform to say, yeah, you know what, when people see me as a skinny person, they tell me to put on a bit of weight. I don't like that. This is how my body is. And if that's how your body is, then what can you really do about it? Or if you're anorexic, you're really working through your issues and you're looking at being healthy and getting healthy. An anorexic person and a obese, morbidly obese person, for me, those people have the same issue, a food issue, right? An anorexic person, the only difference with the food issue is that this one doesn't want to eat and this one cannot stop eating. You know what I'm saying? But the core issue here is the food, and they need to deal with whatever issues have driven them to that point, to say, how do I deal with emotional eating and how do I deal with not eating and being afraid of gaining weight? So, you know, there's a lot of issues, there's a lot of things. Everybody, and even average bodied people, will come and tell you, well, I don't like this, I don't like that about myself. And you're sitting there and you're like, especially, I will tell you, when we're having a weight conversation, right, the most average bodied person in the group will be the most vocal about how they need to lose weight and how fat they are. And the fat people in the group will be like, what are you talking about? Like, if you're fat, then what does that make me? So it just goes to show the mentality that is out there, that we put so much pressure on ourselves to be skinny, to look skinny, or to chase this particular weight, so that when the body movement came along, Gandhi, what was the essence of the movement anyway? To say, accept yourself and love yourself the way you are right now. As to whether you're going to work towards a goal, let it be a healthy one, let it be for health reasons, and work at it. So I don't know, when we're saying fat people have hijacked the body positivity movement, what we're expecting those fat people to do. Are we expecting them to post pictures of themselves running, jogging, attempting to eat healthy, attempting to go on diets? Is that what we're expecting of them? Really? I don't know. You tell me. I would like to read an excerpt from one of my favorite authors, Roxane Gay, and the book is called Hunger, a memoir of my body. She writes about being a fat person in America, and this particular chapter hit home, right? Really, I always go back to this book when I just want to read about the body and, you know, absorb something intellectual that somebody has written about the fat body. And so Roxane, in this book, chapter 31, on page 110, she says, when you're overweight, Your body becomes a matter of public record in many respects. Your body is constantly and prominently on display. People project assumed narratives onto your body and are not at all interested in the truth of your body, whatever the truth might be. Fat, much like skin color, is something you cannot hide, no matter how dark the clothing you wear or how diligently you avoid horizontal stripes. You may become very adept at playing the role of wallflower. You may learn how to be the life of the party so that people are too busy laughing at or with you to focus on the elephant in the room. You may do whatever you have to do to survive a world that has little patience or compassion for a body like yours. Regardless of what you do, your body is a subject of public discourse with family, friends, and strangers alike. Your body is subject to commentary when you gain weight, lose weight, or maintain your unacceptable weight. People are quick to offer you statistics and information about the dangers of obesity, as if you're not only fat but also incredibly stupid, unaware, and delusional about the realities of your body and a world that is vigorously inhospitable to that body. This commentary is often cushioned as concern, as people only having your best interest at heart. They forget that you're a person, you are a body, nothing more, and your body should damn well become less. I love that. I love that. I love the few other things. I love the whole book, actually. It just unpacks the mind of the world in terms of how it treats fat people, fat bodies, and so this particular passage really resonated with me to say, the fat body is a matter of public record, public discourse, right? And so, and I would recommend this as a read for anybody, actually, not necessarily fat people only, but everybody. I would recommend this book to read, to just give you a different perspective on the world today and how it treats fat bodies. And fat phobia is quite rife, I must say. It's quite very rife. And I'd like to read another thing also, where it's a thing. There's been so much discourse around Lizzo and her body. Lizzo, if you don't know who Lizzo is a singer who also plays the flute. So she's got one of her songs is na 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 na. I'm 100% that bitch. That Lizzo. So Lizzo's body has caused so much discourse, right? And because first and foremost Lizzo embraces herself as she is and at the size that she is, and being a black woman and fat, you don't really see that in mainstream media. And Lizzo has made sure that she's visible, and she has made sure that she has put her body on the platform and made it visible, right, on the world stage, to make it visible, to say there are different kinds of bodies in the world, there are different kinds of black women bodies, and this is one of them, and you are going to see it whether you like it or not. And she is very aware of the vitriol behind her in terms of her body and her size. She's very aware of that, and she's very intentional of the politics that she pushes from her body, to say, as much as I'm aware of the hatred, I am going to push this body. You are going to see this body. And it's really an endearing thing to see. But I must say, I think of her mental state, to say, how does she live in a day when she logs on and finds comments under her pictures discussing as well, discussing and dissecting her body. Like, for instance, she once posted a picture of herself in a bikini, and there was such an uproar, a thong bikini. There was such an uproar for Lizzo posting herself like that I was sitting there and I'm like, wow, really? What crazy nonsense is this? Because if it was a Kim Kardashian, a Beyonce, a Rihanna who posted a body like that, a picture like that, we would be praising them for almost breaking the internet. But because it's Lizzo who's overweight and obese, then what the hell is she doing posting a picture of herself in a thong? She should actually be running on that beach to be losing that weight. So here's something that I saw around that after Lizzo posted that picture, and it's somebody who posted, but the original writer of this message was a Melissa Flora Bixler, right? And she says, I noticed the Lizzo played 22 show that, I think they wanted to say that. Lizzo played 22 shows across the country over the course of 2 months. I am guessing she was on stage for 1.5 to 2 hours a night. If you've ever seen her live performances, you'll know that she is dancing and singing and playing the flute in all of these songs. This is an incredible athletic feat. Try running 7 miles per hour in heels on a treadmill, clearly singing the words to Truth Hurts without sounding out of breath. Stop halfway to play the flute for a minute. Now start running again and finish the song. Now do this for 2 hours. That's more or less what Lizzo trained to do night after night, and to make it look effortless and fun at the same time. She gives an incredible performance. I, deemed average BMI by science, can barely dance through one Lizzo song, let alone keep it up for multiple hours. And I run 3 miles three times a week. So the next time you hear someone opine that Lizzo is normalizing obesity, know that this is simply more fat phobia disguised as health concerns. And I could have not said it better myself. And it is so crazy, especially in Lizzo's case. This is somebody, when Lizzo posted that picture, people disregarded that Lizzo sings for 2 hours on a stage every day. They disregarded that and saw a fat person promoting obesity, right? They disregarded that, but yet we're able to have a conversation about how fit Beyonce is because she can sing and dance for 2 hours straight on a stage for 5 nights a week. We can go on about that kind of conversation, and yet we can never afford the same kind of respect to Lizzo because of the body she lives in. That is quite sad, right? And how all of that flies out of the window when she has posted a semi-nude picture of herself online, because we're saying, yes, there she is again, promoting obesity and fatness. And in fact, so on some other day, I saw her posting a picture of her on a hike or running or whatever the case is, and nobody has ever said, oh yeah, okay, here's evidence she does run or she does try and keep fit. And in order, especially for the industry that she is in and the career that she has, you really have to keep some sort of fitness in order to be on a stage singing and dancing and playing flutes for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'd like to read something else that I wrote one day on my WhatsApp status. And after just really posting a picture of myself slaying like I usually do, you know. So I said, so your fave was once lost. She would leave the house looking like she was going to the spaza shop. She didn't care, and she basically didn't love herself. What you see now is a total transformation that came with work, internal work. Funny thing is, she thought, I was talking about myself in the third person here. Funny thing is, she thought the work was external. If I lose weight, then I can start caring about how I look. No, it starts now. The body you currently have deserves every single ounce of love you can give it. Every single ounce. Love, light, and peace, and self-work. Tons of self-work. So yeah, this is how I would like to end this video, to say the body that you currently have now, because from the moment we wake up we are bombarded with images and and rhetoric on how we should be, how we should look, how we should dress, how we should carry ourselves, and how far we are from perfect, or how close we are from perfect. And for me, more than anything, I feel like the current body that you're in right now, in this moment, is your best body you'll ever be in. And this body that you're currently in right now deserves all the love you can give it, and you cannot postpone it to next week when you start the gym. You cannot postpone it to next week when you start that diet. You cannot postpone it to whenever you figure your shit out and you stop your toxic behaviors in terms of overeating, undereating, not eating healthy, whatever the case is. You cannot stop it to that moment. And it's funny how when you start loving your body as it is now, trying to eat healthy and thinking about your body and doing a bit of exercise here and there start coming automatically, because you're looking at yourself differently, and you're looking at doing things differently for your body, to say, my body deserves for me to be out and about and on a little stroll, on a little raninyana. And I'm not going to say that I'm going to do it every day or every week. If you can't do that, then that's fine. But what I'm saying is, you catch yourself doing things to say, oh no, I ate a lot of junk yesterday, today I just want to eat a little bit cleaner than I did yesterday, without feeling guilty, without a heavy burden on your shoulders to say, oh my God, you've gained weight, oh my God, you're gonna die, oh my God, you're gonna constantly having to work at those voices that say, oh, look at you, you're fat, you're ugly, you're whatever, and saying, no, you are beautiful at the size that you are, and carry yourself with some grace, carry yourself with some dignity, carry yourself with some love. You deserve it, and as you go, you'll figure out whatever it is that you need to do for yourself. And yeah, I have come to the end of this video, as your Faithfats is, and I realize when I talk I get lost in myself, and I may have not been looking at the lens a lot, but that is our mission for 2020, to look at the lens as much as possible. But I am happy with this video and how that panned out. So, love you. Bye. Oh, social media. Terry Talks on social media. Terry Forever on Instagram. See you in the next one.